Welcome to this year's presentation of Varsity Pitch 2020. Varsity Pitch is an important alliance between E-Squared Investments and Impact Investor with a mission to attack poverty and change the unemployment landscape in South Africa through early-stage business investing, and the Allan Orbis Foundation, whose mission is to foster a community of responsible entrepreneurs to achieve the vision of an entrepreneurial, equitable South Africa, flourishing with meaningful employment. The Varsity Pitch is the first in a long line of opportunities afforded to candidate fellows during their journey in the foundation, with the potential to enter into E-Squared's Pathways program for venture development and potentially attract a future funding partnership. This pitching event is one of the first major organizational alignment engagements that helps candidate fellows maximize their potential as leaders and entrepreneurs. The vision of the initiative is to support the foundation in their mandate to instill entrepreneurial mindset in candidate fellows through learning and development. But due to COVID-19 restrictions, the 2020 edition of Varsity Pitch was done virtually.
COVID-19 has exposed some of the biggest inequalities in the education sector, such as the lack of access to resources and opportunities to make it successfully through school in the case of underprivileged students who come from low-income households. Dolabili was created to level the playing field for such students by equipping them with access to resources that would enable them to make it successfully through school.
Okay, hi, my name is Kitumetse Pule. I am the founder and executive director of a Johannesburg-based non-profit company called Dolabili.
Who is the direct customer here? Is it a private school learner? Can you then explain what are the values that each of these customers are getting?
In terms of the customer, that would be the parents of students who go to private schools, because they'd be the ones actually paying for the platform. And then the value for them is that it's an innovative tutoring model for their children. It's straightforward, it's user-friendly, it's affordable. Students are able to ask questions, however many questions they need in that month.
Greetings, I am Shamaine Zita, the co-founder of Bloom Education. Secondary school education is doing very little to prepare students mentally and emotionally to make major career choices and pursue university education.
Just to understand, how would you like your business to start generating money? So you have a great initiative, great social impact, but let me know who you see as your ideal customer.
We would want to start making money by partnering with corporates and organizations that have an interest in education. And our ideal customer is a student who is currently in high school and wants to understand the different career opportunities that they have available to them and require as much information as they possibly can get access to.
Navita basically is a company that tries to deliver niche healthcare products, specifically its range of hyaluronic acid products, at a much more affordable and accessible price point and manner. We are asking 150,000 Rand that will be put towards our ISO and CE certifications.
I was very impressed by your business.
Thank you.
Impressed.
Who owns the patent?
What is the equivalent of the patent in this business is your licensing, which is a huge barrier to entry and which is extremely hard to attain. That is all owned by this company, Navita. You are not allowed to sell any of these products without licensing. At the moment, we are the only people who sell these and are considered an own label manufacturer in South Africa.
It looks like she's doing a great job securing.
No, she's doing a phenomenal job.
This event is open to all IVC Candidate Fellows in the Foundation's Fellowship program. The IVC, Ideation, Validation and Creation program is open to candidate fellows who are presently validating an idea or running a venture whilst completing their academic studies. These IVC Candidate Fellows are supported with specialized entrepreneurial coaching, academic support, and a venture development curriculum. The pitches could be for profit or social ventures and were submitted in 2 separate judging streams, validation and ventures. Validation. This stream is still at idea stage and is focused on ideas which are pre-revenue, which means that it has not yet sold their product and or service to customers, but have started to develop a business model or idea of how they will run the business, which is presently being tested. Ventures. This stream is at creation phase, where the venture is operational and is post-revenue. The pitch is strategically positioned to show how the venture has performed since inception and what its potential for growth and impact is. So what exactly is a pitch? A pitch is a presentation of a business idea or running business to potential investors or panel of judges. People pitch a business or idea because they need resources. If the goal is to raise startup cash, the target of the pitch is an investor. Other businesses pitch to potential customers to sell their product. Finally, some organizations pitch because they need a partner or resource to help them accomplish their mission or simply to get feedback on their idea.
The national pass rate for mathematics last year was 54%, of which only 2% acquired distinctions. So, what is the solution to this problem? Mind Your Math is the solution.
Hello, my name is Wandile Kumalo. I am many things in this life, but the one thing I'm proud of the most is being the voice and the leader of the people of Umzinyathi district. So, to clearly state the problem, we don't have that many tutors in our district helping matriculants with mathematics.
Wandile, I love the concept. I was so poor at math at school, so I think I would have valued something like this. Who are your competitors in this space? Who's competing with you, and how do you intend being better than they are?
Well, so for me, this is going to be easy, right? In Umzinyathi districts, there's only 2 centers that are in an hour away from me, and people who are close to being like official tutors in this specific region are teachers who are working after school.
So it's an excellent preparedness and knowledge of what it takes to pitch in these kind of circumstances.
R Squared Capital is the culmination of the passion and experience of 2 fourth-year candidate fellows who desire to disrupt the cryptocurrency arbitrage market through systematized and automated trading processes. There's massive room for improving our returns if we move everything to an automated process. And that's largely due to the possibility of us maybe missing potentially bigger opportunities and trades because we're doing everything manually.
If we look at the cryptocurrency market, it's today valued at $1.3 billion US, and it's projected to reach 1.40 billion in the next 2 years.
I must admit to being super excited to see the prospect of a 240% per annum return.
In my personal capacity, I got returns of 90%, so I more than doubled my money.
12 billion single-use plastic straws are used daily and devastate ecosystems as well as the wildlife which occupy those ecosystems. There is a present and growing need and demand for an alternative, and Eat Me Straws was born out of this need.
Eat Me Straws has gone from being able to provide straws in batches of 10 and 20 to batches of 200 and 300. What we're now stuck at is needing a larger production capacity to meet the growing demand.
Firstly, I love your product. I am an environmentalist, and I think it's an excellent idea.
I think this would be one of the much welcome products into the market.
This is something that I would probably get involved with.
I just wanted to imagine what it's like to grow up in the township. It's tough. It's like you grow up in this environment where there seems to be no hope. And then there's one thing that gives us hope and fills us with passion. While some call it soccer, we call it disc, the beautiful game. Soccer is the one thing that keeps us away from the streets and away from drugs.
Growing up, I realized that my soccer boots were not durable enough to play on gravel soccer pitches. And at the shops, there were no soccer boots that were specifically made to play on gravel soccer pitches. And so I decided to come up with this idea of making soccer boots that are specifically made to play on gravel soccer pitches.
Firstly, I think it's your product is absolutely fantastic. I'm a big fan of it. When I saw your pitch, I was very inspired by the reasons why, and that's very important to me. Why are you starting this business? Why are you growing this business? And what problem are you solving? So I'm a big believer in what you're doing.
Held annually, Varsity Pitch, which piloted in 2019, is designed to equip entrepreneurial candidate fellows with practical entrepreneurial skills, funding, and foundational knowledge to systematically build scalable and ultimately impactful ventures. The invaluable opportunity to obtain honest and independent assessment of their businesses in both validation and venture phase, and also the opportunity to receive expert guidance and referrals during the process will help these young founders to grow and defend their businesses as they grow. The Varsity Pitch Grant is issued in recognition of entrepreneurial effort, offering selected IVC CFs financial support to test and develop sustainable business models, access to required resources, and build up strategies to grow their ventures.
I want to share an idea with you, one that I know can improve the education of hundreds and even thousands of learners in South Africa. Did you know that in South Africa, the teacher-to-learner ratio is 1:40, when the ideal teacher-to-learner ratio should be 1:16? Not every learner is able to get the attention of their teacher, and not every learner is able to afford a tutor because they are expensive.
We are a digital tutoring company for high school learners. We are very affordable, accessible, and we have very excellent tutors. My ask is a 50,000 rands, of which 30,000 rands will be used to purchase tablets for tutors, which will be the assets of the company.
Why did you come up with this idea, and when did you come up with this?
To my surprise, I got a larger market of people who wanted me to help them through social media, and I realized that this could actually be a business idea that works.
Love the vision, love the mission.
I love this explosion of South Africans finally starting to embrace digitalization and embracing entrepreneurship.
Climate change is a global environmental crisis, and no one is exempted. Johannesburg alone has less than 10 years of landfill space left, then we'll be sewing in our own garbage.
So GoodFit is a waste management company which is specializing in the collection and the sale of plastics and paper. We want to target residential areas and recycling buyback centers.
Just in terms of, can you talk us through the practical aspects?
So we want to actually have a contract with the body corporate or the HOAs of that particular complex. We take the waste, we'll collect it from that estate, and we will have our own facility where we deposit the waste.
My venture name is Urban Play. 63% of South Africans use public transport, 76.7% use taxis and buses. The problem that we've identified with the people using taxis and buses is that there's lack of real-time information, communication, and there's lack of clarity on the operations of the taxis and buses. And the opportunity which we've identified is that there's an idle passenger throughout the journey.
Basically, as Urban Play, what we are asking for today is basically we'd really appreciate funding worth of 150,000 Rand. We're also asking for connections within the Gauteng province, particularly the buses.
Something I do want to commend him for, and it's the first business that has actually come and asked for this. He's asked for introductions, which will transfer relational capital. Beautiful. I love it when people actually realize that business is actually so much more than the resources or the money that you ask for. It's actually asking for an introduction to the right ears.
3D printing is at the forefront of enabling society to create on a scale never imagined before. 3D printing is a growing market, expecting to reach over $40 billion by 2024 and currently sitting at around 500 million Rand in South Africa. I design and manufacture a unique range of proprietary industrial 3D printing hybrids capable of not only 3D printing, but also CNC machining, laser cutting, and plasma cutting. It's time to flip the script and make America and Europe import from us. It's time to build the Wakanda that we deserve.
Candidate Fellows had to first have a consultation with their entrepreneurial coaches, then attend a PINC room where they had to present their ventures and pitches to a panel of experts to get quick-fire advice on how to improve their pitches before they are submitted. The CFs had to then upload a pre-recorded pitch video of up to 5 minutes, an optional 7-slide deck, and a 1-page ask which outlined what it is they will do with their award in order to take their idea or venture to the next level if they are selected. 9 independent judges were drawn from E2 Investments and the Foundation's networks and gave up their time to watch the pitches and spent 3 days in question and answer sessions with the IVC CFs, soliciting more information and providing valuable feedback. The judges evaluated the ideas and ventures for their potential for growth, their sustainability and social impact in terms of attacking poverty and the creation of jobs and/or income-earning opportunities for other South Africans. A limited number of cash grants were awarded across the 2 categories. These awards were in line with what the entrant considered their specific needs. This was outlined in their ask, which needed to be endorsed by their entrepreneurship coach. All candidate fellows who took part in the event are given the judges' feedback on their ventures during an entrepreneurship coaching session.
We aim to eradicate the red tape and high costs as well as inefficiencies experienced in traditional publishing.
The name of my business is AgriNet Market, and AgriNet Market is an e-commerce business that helps farmers sell fruit and vegetables online.
My venture's name is Motimed, which is medication on the move. The idea behind this venture is to get medication directly from the clinics and deliver it to the patients' homes.
And what we do is offer a platform for medical practitioners of any type to connect with patients.
Introducing Essentials Express, a catering company that cares, that provides a premium that you don't want, but that you need.
Visionary Writing's aim is to solve the inefficiencies in publishing.
Melsa is a registered non-profit company which works with disadvantaged rural high schools in Limpopo.
Biggest Ginger Beer aims to provide our customers with quality ginger beer at an affordable price.
We aim to expose small businesses in and around student communities to the students.
What we do is that we sell the vacant space on the delivery boxes of delivery bikes to different brands. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.
Congratulations to all the candidate fellows who took part in the event. It is now up to you to take what you have learned in this process and apply it to your present and future ventures. And a special thanks to all the organizers of the event at E2 Investments, the Allan Orbis Foundation, our technical partners at AV Active and BT Productions.